Assalamu alaikum guys, hello, I hope you're fine. Alhamdulillah, I said I'm fine. Welcome to another video here at your Zone. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So Alhamdulillah, today we have a sponsor for this video. It's Bedrobe, and I'm going to tell you guys more about Bedrobe as I talk to you. So Bismillah. So today in this video I'm going to talk about my expectations after university and the reality that has manifested. And the reason as to why I'm talking about this, I know there's a lot of us graduates right now, like a big number of us is stuck, There's so much that is going wrong, that is going not like what we expected, and it's eating up most of us. Like, that's the reality, and that is why I'm bringing up this video. Okay, this video isn't just about me. I'm speaking for tens, thousands of graduates outside there, and this video has nothing to do with lamenting or complaining. This is a video that exposes reality and exposes the typical expectations of a graduate. Let's get started. So as I was doing my attachment, most graduates prefer to do post attachment. Post means doing your attachment after the 4 years, okay? Doing your attachment at the 4th year, 2nd semester. That is what we call post attachment. So as a typical graduate, while I was doing my attachment, I invested so much time, and I don't regret doing that. Like, I gave it my best. I made sure that I went to work every day before 8. And the place I was doing my attachment, attachees were allowed to stay up to, like, attachees used to work half day. But Alhamdulillah, in my case, I worked full day, and every single day of my attachment. Even when I was sick, I used to take painkillers, rest, and then, just take a break and then go to work. Like, I didn't miss even a single day in my attachment. And I don't regret doing all this because it gave me a lot of experience. And that wasn't all. I made sure I was dedicated, I was social, I made sure I chipped in most of the work that was there, So in the end, the goal was so that these guys would retain me. And another expectation, I was expecting that after doing my attachment and being retained, I would move all the way from my village to a big town, have my own room, do my own stuff, and then I was having this, this amazing view of how my room would be, how I'm going to arrange everything, and how I'd be making videos for you guys in my fantasized room. Yeah, the main goal was to be independent, okay? As you grow older, you realize that you start losing that habit of asking for money. It just goes away naturally, and you feel like you're old enough and you should be able to cater for your needs, and when that isn't happening, it brings you down. Yeah, so that was the third expectation, being financially independent. So another expectation is, okay, this one isn't, okay, it's not so serious, but it is an expectation. When we were saying goodbye with my friends in uni, we were like, oh, we should create at least meetups, monthly meetups, so that we can talk, see each other, We need to create time so that we can talk every day. Like, you have that expectation in your head that after school, you're going to stay in touch. Not exactly every day, but, you're going to be close and maybe see each other often. So another expectation was being able to, since I had this expectation of having a job already, affording my expenses, I had these expectations that I invest in my different businesses, and yeah, my businesses would run smoothly, perfectly, Yeah, so that was another expectation. Now let's go to the reality of things. Okay, so speaking of reality, I want you guys to list your expectations, the expectations you have after finishing uni, or expectations you had after finishing uni. And then tell us about the reality too. So reality number one, my expectation of being retained after attachment, it didn't manifest, okay? And I'm not complaining, like, alhamdulillah, I'm not complaining at all. It didn't work out. And as I was doing my attachment, I was already applying for other jobs. I was talking to friends, like, if you see any opportunity anywhere, please tell me about it. So reality hits, and I'm done with my attachment, and I'm not retained. But there was a place that I started working. It was a temporary job, and it also ended, and I didn't know what to do next. So I had to move all the way from town where I was staying to come to the village, figuring things out, hoping that things would change overnight, So I came with my suitcases, and then I told myself I'm not going to unpack. I'm not going to unpack because I'm expecting at the end of the week or at the end of 2 weeks, I'd be out of my mother's house, and I'd go work somewhere, So I went for 1 week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for 4 weeks, and nothing is manifesting, okay? So what I do is I unpack all my suitcases and arrange everything in my room, because this shows that this is where life has to start. Like, all this fantasy that was in my head was going to take off one day, but it was going to take time. So I finally realized that I needed to relax, accept the situation, and work from where I was, with what I had. So I started living life again. Instead of living a life of waiting to get a call to work somewhere, I started living my own life, like the real life, without any fantasy, here at my village. So choosing this reality cancelled 2 expectations. The first expectation is moving out of my mother's house. The second expectation is being financially independent, because if you don't have a stable source of income, you can't call yourself financially independent, okay? So we had to look for ways of surviving. So what I did is I went into online writing. I talked to some of my friends, and they gave me jobs to do online writing. So at least I had something at the end of the month. But then I realized the more I stayed at home, the more I got the reality of life, I got to understand that life takes time, okay? And as much as there are some of my friends, mashallah, tabarakallah, they got retained immediately after their attachment. They were given a probation period, and now, alhamdulillah, like, mashallah, they're working already, living their dream lives, But the reality of life is that everybody has a different path, And just because your time hasn't come, it doesn't mean that it won't come, okay? And stressing about it will not help. Humanly, it's normal to feel stressed out, to feel sad because things are not working out. But then it won't change anything. But what I can say is that life has its own way of manifesting our dreams, It doesn't always have to go how you planned it. It goes according to how Allah planned it, And when things are good, you're also going to have your own thing. Okay, guys, so doing these online writing jobs didn't mean that I always had money. First of all, the salary used to come monthly, and that means since it was my first job, so it was just a dry spell until my first salary. Yeah. And the salary usually depends on the number of articles or the number of assignments you have done, and the number of assignments depends on the clients that we get. Yeah, so that was live. I want to talk about what was going on here before I came to accept live. It was just depressing. Like, this is the truth, especially if you're somebody who is a person who wants to do their own stuff, and you find yourself in a situation where you have no option but to ask from somebody else, to ask for money, to ask for this, and that there, it's not easy. It's not easy for us young adults, okay? And if there's a parent watching this, just know that this phase after finishing school is not an easy phase. Yeah, okay, this is a phase where we need our parents to understand us and be supportive. Like, alhamdulillah, for me, I can ask for cash from my mother and some of my relatives. And maybe there's somebody outside there who doesn't have anyone to say, please help me with this. And I'm sorry if you're in that situation. But the reality is things are not easy, okay, after school. All that visual, all those expectations might take time to manifest. The best thing I want you to know as a fellow graduate, just remember, just because you are not yet in that job that you expect to have, it doesn't mean that you're worthless. Your value still stays there, okay? And if your parents can't support you for that period, if you have somebody who can support you for that period, just take that help, okay? Don't try to deny it. You can't, you are too, like, you are not yet able to stand on your own, and you really need their help. So take their help, okay? Eat at home. Like, don't let people get into your head and pressure you out that you should be out there living in your own house, having 1, 2, 3. Like, slow down and just take life as it is. Take that help that you have. Eat at your parents' house. Ask for money when you need to, okay? Our parents are going to support us, and I'm not saying that we should be comfortable. Of course, we are going to be taking their help. At the same time, we are going to be trying outside here, okay? We are going to try things out. But then we have to accept help from other people. Expectation blown away. Talking to your friends, your uni friends, often. The reality is, once you are done with school, you go to your home, right? And as you try to figure things out, I'm not saying that you will forget the people you're with in school, but you will get lost in your own world. And you will only reach out to those whom you think they can help you, okay? And you'll reach out most of the times when you need their help, and that is totally okay, okay? You don't have to talk every day with your uni friends. As long as you're checking on each other, like when there's a job, you tell each other about it. When there's an opportunity somewhere, you update each other about it. But this fantasy of you guys going out, having fun, like, it might not be there, depending on where you are, but it might not be there. But the most important thing to do is to keep on checking on each other, encouraging each other. This is a very difficult phase. It is a very difficult transition. So we really need to keep on each other, to keep an eye on each other as graduates. And that's the most important thing. The partying, the hangouts might not be there, but updating each other about the opportunities and checking on each other even once in a while, that's the most important thing. One reality that was almost blown is the reality about investing in businesses, okay? So I had this fantasy of, after being retained at work, having my own salary, living in my own room, yeah, investing, like it was so perfect. Being able to invest in my businesses. So I realized I could not wait for me to have so much money to open a business. So I looked at something I like, and then I looked at some of the things I like, and then I decided to pick a business that would not cost me a lot of startup capital, and that's how I got started. Yeah, so yeah, that's how we have been surviving. And the reality about businesses is that they might not pick up instantly, they take time, and this can be draining. Like, on the other hand, you're trying not to stay broke. On the other hand, something you've opened isn't paying you up, okay? You can lose your mind. But the most important thing I have learned, and I want to share with you guys, is when you feel so drained, just keep whatever you are working on away and focus on yourself. Focus on regaining your energy back, okay? You don't have to risk your health, your mental health, for something that you will end up living in this world, okay? When you feel that it's draining you, just keep it away for a while, focus on your mental health, and then regain that energy, and then come back stronger. You don't have to push on too hard, okay? Life is short. You need to take care of yourself, okay? Yeah, so as much as we are all hungry for money, we also need to take care of ourselves, and our mental health matters a lot. Our physical health matters a lot. We matter, regardless of the situation, okay? Okay, so there are 3 lessons that I have taken from this period of delay, and I think I've highlighted some of the lessons, but I just want to emphasize on them. Okay, lesson number 1 is that everyone has their own journey, and life takes time. Your friends could have acquired jobs by now, and maybe you don't have one. That's life, okay? Everyone has their own path. Just because your expectations are not manifesting doesn't mean that they won't manifest. Everything takes time. So the second lesson is the quote I ended with in the first lesson, is that just because you don't have it doesn't mean you won't have it, okay? I'll keep on repeating this. Everything takes time, and everyone has their own journey, and there's a reason why Allah gave that other person the job, and there's a reason why Allah wants you to walk through this challenging part, okay? And just because the other person has a job doesn't mean that they don't have difficulties in their lives. Every blessing has its own trials. It's always a package of a trial and the good stuff, okay? Yeah, so just because you don't have it yet doesn't mean you won't have it. Go slow on yourself and just have faith that one day you're going to have it. Keep on applying for those jobs. Keep on looking for opportunities. Accept the help you get from your relatives, from your friends. And that's how you move on and live every day of your life. Okay, so lesson number 3 is keep up an open mind. Just because you did a course in mass communication, you don't have to start off being this famous radio or TV presenter, okay? You need to allow yourself to start small, and you don't restrict yourself to one area, okay? Try different stuff. Whatever opportunity comes, grab it, as long as it's halal and it doesn't affect your health in any way. Like, grab those opportunities and don't keep your mind focused on one thing, on white collar jobs. Try to do something else. Go learn a new skill that you can afford. If you have a friend who offers maybe a tailoring business, or they offer baking lessons, go grab those small skills. You know, you never know how your life is going to start. Maybe you're going to start off as a baker and then gain your career in the end. You don't always have to start off with the job you studied for at uni. You know, life sometimes takes you around, and then you find yourself where you wanted to be eventually. So another thing that I would advise you guys to do is attend these networking events. When somebody is launching a new product, go attend. If somebody is hosting like these free trainings, go. You never know who you will meet in those events. Okay, yeah. So recently I attended the launch of the app that is sponsoring our video today, Vedrob. Vedrob is a software that facilitates the buying and selling of fashion products online, and here is what the developers of Vedrob say about it.
Hey there, are you looking to take your clothing retail business online? Or do you have a variety of used clothes that you want to sell to make money on the side? Or have you been looking to get a place where you can buy both new and used clothes with ease? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, we have the perfect place for you. Introducing Vedrob, the ultimate online fashion platform where you can sell and buy clothing, accessories and much more with ease. Whether you have a retail business or are just looking for personal fashion, this easy-to-use platform allows you to browse huge collections of used and new fashion items to suit your style and budget. For selling, you can upload innumerable items and let customers find you. The best part is that we ensure safe delivery of products with our genuine and trusted partner network and provide each buyer as well as seller a complete interactive customer care support system so that you can seek help anytime, anywhere. Vedrob, take fashion online. Download the app and register to get started today.
I'll keep the link, the Play Store link of the software so that you guys can download it and start using it instantly. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment below. Like, I really want you guys to talk and tell me your experience after uni. Yeah, those who are already working, encourage those who are yet to. We all need that type of encouragement. Yeah, and like the video and share it with your networks. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other suggestions, the topics you should talk about, please say that below. Thank you so much for watching, and Mahasana.